Because she's thinking about the dollar bill. Come now.
I'm in love with a man nearly twice my age.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is, but it's a hit for my youthful days. As I go my way, I don't care what people say. I'm in love with a man nearly twice my age.
Come now. I go jumping. I go jumping, Toronto. I go jumping. I go jumping. She want a man who can block out the royalty. The I go jumping, you know, say in that money, she don't want no lovers honey. She want the money, she don't want no lovers honey. She want the money.
Well, I tell you, girls, in my youthful days, I never loved another man my age. And then the Don, he came along, made me smile all the while. He stood tall and strong, so strong, so strong.
Young man have strength, but that is nonsense. She want a man to let her recompense. No, she want pay light bill and rent, and you know you have to have a big dividend. And down the line, your pocket have to have length. Make sure say that your dollars are full of strength.
Girls, you look so sharp. Anytime you pass in the boom boom shop.
It's true.
What's the girl's crazy about? Tell her again.
Girl, you touch my heart. Anytime you pass in your boom boom shop.
And girl, them wide out.
Run things, rude boy.
Pose off, yeah, your pump shots, make the man then know, so you saw pose off, yeah, your pump shots, make the man then know, so you saw. What's the girl in them pump shots? No young check come and just can't pass. Body so big, it a broke your eyeglass, and them a girl can't fight no go off. In the aeroplane, them a fight first class. Pose off, you know your pump shots, make the man then know, so you saw pose off. You know your pump shots. Come down straight and I come touch the girl's heart. So
girl, you touch my heart. Anytime you pass in your boom boom shot.
6 day a pass if you look man. Watch this. Say all of it jump and pan off. Jump and pan off. Jump and pan off in the pump shots. Jump and pan off. Jump and pan off. Jump and pan off in the pump.
Or to get me hot this year. Where them a go do if you hold me? Or to get me, or to get me wicked this year, not even water can cool me. Not a mercy. Or to get me, 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 or to get me wicked, and never did you check it. So I get damage, don't trespass. A boy must is stupid, never get them lyrics on me, more to get them slow and rapid. I am calm as a lamb, don't feel I'm timid. If I did you check it, so I get executed. Just back. I am lyrically ill. 90s, I am programmed to kill. Tell the whole of them dirty man him really come hot this year. Where them a go do if you hold me? Or do you hear me? Or to get me wicked this year. Not even water can cool me. Not a mercy. Come now.
Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na. It's all about Romy and the big fat sister Naomi. You two of them claims and them know me. All them argument throw me. The boy that name Romy and the mooring sister Naomi. You two of them claims and them know me. All them argument throw me. But me wonder Romy, how him fi know me? I want to host me man and crack down me go live there and see it a grow me. What the boy hold me? Him argument show me. Him gal want blow me through chase and me blew me. Me here now you me. Have 15 auntie. Me check it out deep down to the grandma what? Me sorrow cause the boy grudge me. The boy bad mind me. That's why me argument Japan all roll me. And him big fat sister now yo me. Me two of them claims that them know me. And them argument show me. That boy then name roll me. And him big fat sister now yo me. Me two of them claims that them know me. And them argument roll me, Welcome the girls, them sugar. The girl, them ladies, nigga, yeah. Welcome the girl, them sugar. The girl, them ladies, nigga, yeah. Welcome the girls, them sugar. The girl, them ladies, nigga, yeah. Welcome the girls, them sugar. The girl, them ladies, nigga. Excuse me, baby, but I really just have to tell you this. It's been a while, I'm admiring your tenderness. Your Coca-Cola back shape and all your cherry lips. And you alone, me want to hook up and then make kiss. I'm just addicted to you, but that's why I want to eat. I want to show you I'm a man that very romantic. Nothing got to me, see you now and you me want to see. The girl them a sing this, but you me kick. Welcome the girls and sugar. The girl them did this nigga, yeah. Welcome the girls and sugar. The girl them did this nigga, yeah. Welcome the girls and sugar. The girl them did this nigga, yeah. Welcome the girls and sugar. The girl them did this nigga.
Have mercy.
Never wanna fall in love. Never wanna fall in love with you. Never wanna care so much. Never knew I love your touch, but I do. Cause you're my winner. You the face to my inner
Dicky.
emotions. Yes, you do.
Dicky.
You take first prize. Being with you is so nice. I am so glad that you are in my life. Come follow me now.
Over the dicky, the girls are gone bad. And you them no get it when them react, man. Over the dicky, the girls are gone bad. And you them no get it when them react. Watch it. Over the dicky. Jackie gets that and get more up with that it. Bad. Look sweet, not nice. But them back in the guard. Now run the risk when it come to them rock. Do them and die come Moses. Do them rock. I can flush against them man. She end up in a body bag. Dicky.
She came with her nigga, but she gon' slide right to my side. I know she pulled up with her friends, then we skirt off in the bed. Oh, took her back to my crib, and I regret it. Cause she tryna feel like she asleep, so she tried to stay the whole week. I'm like, oh nah, she gotta go. Ask me her name, I swear I don't even fucking know. They wanna know why the girl them dip on me. Them I ain't green, them I ain't just ship on me. They wanna know why them love him off so much. Like what is the reason? It's just the vibe of that guy. Put her legs in the sky whenever I pull up. She got her clothes off from the walk, and she won't waste no time. Oh, she don't want nobody else, I know. But I can't be what she wants. They all have the same story. They all want me to themselves, but she don't wanna go tonight. She don't wanna be alone. You would rather me turn on my phone. Don't take me high. She want me to live up to the hype, but she don't wanna share the high. I wanna tell her I got her, yeah. And this'll be no problem, yeah. Let her lay and not say, yeah, you gotta keep her eye on me, not tell her this is my palace. I don't wanna have to explain to a man where's God is. It's the vibe of that guy. She put her legs in the sky whenever I pull up. She got her clothes off when we walking. She won't waste no time. Oh, she don't want nobody else, I know. But I can't be what she wants. They all have the same story. They all want me to themselves, but I'm a
Careless, bad man thing. Y'all them crown me king. Hear me up, 3 best friend. Distrust them, make the next friend watch. Some test them. We da get alright. Keep our legs them wide, then we make alright. Yeah, run y'all each day. Run day. Oh, when you're doing that thing, wind up your pretty little body for me. Give you a back as in the yellow RG. Also big how you fit in those jeans. Y'all them love me like the beach, yeah. Jiggle your body and make me see, yeah. Unruly style cooler than a sleeveless. Marry me, papi, then beg me please, yeah.
You know me, we can't do titles. That pussy mine though. Yeah, let her roll, split be tight by though. I know she go wherever I go. Whenever I pull up, it's a light show. It ain't hang with me, we ain't gotta try. Every idea from we don't be right. That pussy been like a false. I know how caught you. like them. She follow me to the bathroom. She on the way to get nasty. She said she call me, she want like she have no money. Ooh, it's a traffic, no money. If I don't speak, I know. You a freak, I know. Life of a gallus.
Vibes!
Baby, I could call her, said you evolve, come evolve with the artist. I'm the your type, touch your legs, get you started. Back of the road, come and show me why I'm important. Shorty got a knife, smile, she tight. Wow, I'm in Miami, girl, it's the life style. She pulling right on me, I told her, pipe down, right now. She know I get in my zone. I might take a little sip of spokes, pass the Patron. 10,000 on blues, I bring that thing in the mall. Little mommy get whatever, cause she back to the bone. Puerto Rican call me once, I can pick up my phone. I'm with a brown skin, and she hate when I'm on the phone. We can ride, we can roll, plenty nights on the road. Baby, I'm never home, had to get it and go.
I'm a wonderful bag of girl if I want to, but none of that no matter to the artist come and want you. You tell me no and let me go and it a haunt you. Make me spend the money by the house and then it charge you. Me never make you feel like you're wasting your time. I bag of money for me lady, cause me love you, you're fine. Never give me bone and let me down, you tell me it's mine. Me love you like I'm a wife, never a night where you cry. Mama, should be next you more now. Stammer, turn the up just like her. I'm them try to touch you, say you have a man, them loving the style. Make we fly out and relax your mind for a little while. Go to Africa to feed your grape on the river Nile. You the one me say me need forever give you a shot. Girl, I say them want to see me, but me loving your style.
She told me all the nights that she know what to fight it. Hands all black, but the shorty she light skin. When she move her hips, get it young and excited. I'm feeling delighted. Tell her I'm smoke if she wants, she can light it. Bring a friend too, everybody invited.
Your ex-man a bitch, so the man slide right in. She love me from my deep selfish with the right in.
Baby, I could call her, said you evolve with the artist. I'm the your type, touch your legs, get you started. Back of the road, can you show me why I'm important? She do that night, smile, she tight. Wow, I'm in Miami, girl, this the life style. She put me right on me, I told her, pipe down, right now.
Let me know, let it show if you wanna move back. Keep in time, young and we're cruising. The world according to them, but if we stay true to it, we'll be fine. Yeah, you're coming closer, reading your mind again. Follow me, let's go. You're coming closer, reading your mind again. Cause I'm feeling so hopeless. I know you could be my body, and I don't wanna have to hope it. I know that you're waiting for me. Don't let them tell us about that. Well, you know more than anybody. Just what we need, keep it in my eyes. We're gonna be just fine again. Cause you hold me so holy, it's so unusual when we deny the truth of the moment. But not again, oh, I'm holding on, won't let go. No puedo, no puedo resistirte. No quiero esconderme, cambiaremos el mundo si nos quedamos juntos. No puedo olvidarte, tú no sales de mi mente. Mírame a los ojos mientras que bailamos. I know you could be my body, and I don't wanna have to hope it. I know that you're waiting for me. Don't let them tell us about that. We know more than anybody. Just what we need, keep looking in our eyes. We're gonna be just fine. You know, they know how I feel. How you, but I ain't bad. Just no first we could kill. Just get real with me, yeah.
DJ Epidemic.
Get out from on, get your life. You should just pull me aside. Pull them right off to the side. You know that I'm down to ride. You know I'm after your vibe. Just hit me when you're tryna slide. The way you kiss me
Yeah, man. Yeah, my.
Stop it!
Yeah, my.
Stop it, calm down!
I said 5 in the morning. I wake up to 5 for my eyes. You're in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying. I've been wandering all day. Tried to be fine, but I can't be. The noise in my mind wouldn't leave me. I tried to get by, but I'm burning. I'm behind my mind, it runs. All these thoughts have trouble me. Fighting to give up my pain. Fighting to be on my lane. My mind running to the other side. When it's time to leave my life, then it tries to take me out. Tell you what I need, right? Yeah, I really need China. I need to free my now. I really need my now. I need to free my mind now. I really need China. I need to free my now. I really need my now. Yeah. This is the peace that you cannot buy. Send me love that you cannot mix. One is the joy that you cannot waste, and the other one price that you cannot fix. This is the peace that you cannot buy. Finding a way where you cannot see. Man with this system he cannot pray. I need to find release. But behind my mind it runs. All these thoughts have trouble me. Fighting to give out my pain. Fighting to be on my lane. My mind running to the other side. When it's time to leave my life, then it tries to take me out. Tell you what I need.
Come on! DJ Epidemic!
Troubling. They don't love me anyway. Trouble is troubling. They don't love me anyway. Don't get my feelings hurt. I know this feelings wrong. Don't get my feelings hurt. This time I'm not the one. Don't get my feelings hurt. Don't say I'm not the one. Don't get my feelings hurt. I'ma vibe out today. Hey, I'ma vibe out today. Away, I'ma vibe out today. Away, I'ma vibe out today. Away.
I'm being honest. I don't like to get my hopes up. Never like to get my heart crushed. Tell me now if this is over. Before we start it up. Is it really you just wanna hit this? You the type to love me from a distance. Is he running when I'm snapping pics? While we kiss on a late night, baby. Before we start it up. Cause I love too hard and I fall even harder. Trust too much, so I push even farther. Give my all, is that something that you can do? Cause I love too hard and I fall even harder. Trust too much, so I push even farther. Give my all, is that something that you can do? I'm being honest. I don't wanna play no games, boy. I don't wanna be a game boy or a temporary love toy. Before we start it up. All they ever wanna do is hit this. That's the kind of news I gotta dismiss. Type of love you when it's convenient. Need someone who gonna believe in it. Before we start it up. Cause I love too hard and I fall even harder. Trust too
I just need time alone, shawty, I just need a break. Tell me what we going through is just a little phase. I'ma go with the flow, I'ma go with the waves. Are you really down to ride for me, baby? Would you touch the sky for me, baby? We can make this work, you just gotta wait. Cause I found myself and I found my place. Now I found myself and I found my place. I just need time alone, shawty, I just need a break. Tell me what we going through is just a little phase. I'ma go with the flow, I'ma go with the waves. Are you really down to ride for me, baby? Would you touch the sky for me, baby? We can make this work, you just gotta wait. Cause I found myself and I found my place.
Shorty get high with me, shorty get low for me. Shorty right beside of me every time I go to sleep. Shorty wanna ride with me, but I want all the green. I gotta be on the move, I don't fuck a show up.
If you give me some time, we can get closer. If you give me some time, I may get closure. You might think that I'm cold, but it's real colder. I can't have no girl leaning on my shoulders. I got trouble now when I go to sleep. Girl, you got me feeling like I'm overseas sick. My heart's broken to so many pieces. I got no words, baby girl, I'm speechless. I don't care about my heart, this is what's best. But if I follow my heart, then what's next? I don't wanna get my heart upset. Shawty, you my queen like Flushing. How can you be my queen when I ain't the king yet? If I ain't the king, how we gonna make a princess? You got my brain thinking and my heart racing. Sidetracking from what I was chasing. Now I'm on the road, fucking different thotties. Got a bad bitch kicking on Molly. Got a best friend feeling on my body. I go home, leave her waiting in the lobby. Now I found myself and I found my place. I just need time alone, shawty, I just need a break. Tell me what we going through is just a little phase. I'ma go with the flow, I'ma go with the waves. Are you really down to ride for me, baby? Would you touch the sky for me, baby? We can make this work, you just gotta wait. Cause I found myself and I found my place.
Shorty get high with me, shorty get low for me. Shorty right beside of me every time I go to sleep. Shorty wanna ride with me, but I want all the green. I gotta be on the move, I don't fuck a show up.
If you give me some time, we can get closer. If you give me some time, I may get closure. You might think that I'm cold, but it's real colder. I can't have no girl leaning on my shoulders. Now I found myself and I found my place. I just need time alone, shawty, I just need a break. Tell me what we going through is just a little phase. I'ma go with the flow, I'ma go with the waves. Are you really down to ride for me, baby? Would you touch the sky for me, baby? We can make this work, you just gotta wait. Cause I found myself and I found my place. Now I found myself.
You may not be a movie star.
Do your thing, baby.
But I love you in every way. Yes, I love you in every way.
I don't know why. Oh, why? I don't know why. Oh, why? See me instead. I promise none of them matter. What are you after? Oh, don't call me for backup. Yeah, she want me on her curves. I'm willing to do it. Look at me up and down. Still going through it. You're still going through it. Ooh, and you're kissing the tulips. Ooh, and you're touching your tunic. You're bad and you already prove it.
You may not be a movie star. You may not drive a big fast car, but I love you in every way. Yes, I love you in every way.
I don't know why.
You ain't gotta have a meal for me to like you. It's all about the appeal and all the nice shoes. All them hoes hating on you, throwing the right school. But you can spend half of me and they ain't like you. They watch me turn you up and then they wanna fight you. I watch you fall on all them bitches just like Caillou. Fuck you in the daytime and the night too. Bring it back, I want it face down like an iPhone.
You may not be a movie star. You may not drive a big fast car, but I love you in every way. Yes, I love you in every way.
I don't know why. I don't know.
I shouldn't say I don't know where I go, but I know when me
me been, and I hope that you know that my love genuine cause. Hope you don't mean no. I'ma give you what that I got. Can't believe me, I see you when me I love you. If a boy say take it, then I like that. Oh, anything you say to do, that me I got to feel. I'm the itty bitty look, you can tie that. You may not be a movie star, you may not drive a big fast car, but I love you in every way. Yes, I love you in every way. I don't know why. I don't know
Feeling like I'm fresh out boost. If they want the drama, got the ooze. Ship the whole crew to the cruise. Doing shit you don't even see them move. Ride with me, boss. I got a hard head, but her ass soft. She want the last name with the ring on it. Cause I pulled out $1 million cash, told her plank on it.
I'ma forget her, girl. I won't get you alone. Now you wanna choose. Just pop the bubbly in the cooler. It's not good enough for me since I've been with you. Ooh.
Montana, Step on dog. You know what it is when you hear that.
Breakfast in bed, darling. I got your bed, darling. I make you bed, darling. I make you bed, darling. Breakfast in bed, darling. I got your bed, darling. I made mistakes, you done me wrong, but now you leave me, darling. I heard you got a new girlfriend, and it's hurting me. I heard you got a new girlfriend, and it's hurting. Yeah, it's hurting. Yeah, it's hurting me. Yeah, it's hurting me. I'm a best ballin'. I'm in the place ballin'. If I ever find a I'm sending shots. Oh, you know what you're doing. Can you give me signs? Can you please tell me? Baby, you're rewinding it all on me. Baby, give me time and you love me. I heard you got a new girl.
6 bars. Just guys. We out here. Tell them 6 bars. Just guys. Malachi. We out here. Tell them 6 of them ticks. Them don't know the style and them don't know the ticks. Them are smart, them don't know the ticks. What takes SpongeBob, Squidward and Patrick? Here we are, watch it. 6 bars, I am in no afraid for a kid. Light up in place like a fire rocket. Anyway, the six them there, we have it. Me no let me gun. Ooh la 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 la. For happy fun, make real money. Give me friend them some. Ooh la 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 la. Me no let me gun. Ooh la 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 la. For happy fun, real money. Give me friend them some. La la la. With clocks them new one with jean bell skin. See with this minute, next minute, then I see with somewhere where shoot off a wheel like penny. Loyal to G-City, nasty just in it. Do it style and fresh for them ring like a chili. Diamonds run me neck, feel like me they a chili. Lockdown New York, go right back to Philly. You're the black girl and the brown man of Philly. Me no let me gun, ooh la 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 la. For healthy fun, make real money. Give me friend them some, ooh la 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 la. Me no let me gun, ooh la 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 la. For healthy fun. Real money, give me friend them some. La la la. When you see the six, them we a top dog. When we touch the road, we no drop yard. One go shop the apes in the black yard. Yeah, 6 bars there, me at the top guard. When you see any big hero, me stand for. My sexy girl, I give me lap dance. So you feel cool, but you got mama. Bring one of your friends, we body 6 and 1. So let the 6 of them tick. I know you know ball and roll. Style and I know you take me. But the pen is hard. I know the tick. What this one just squid right out. I took on a cup of coffee, squeeze up her breast, suck up your body. My girl got the shape, and she got the body. Most wanted, love me so right there. The 6 them days, so I tell Larry. Knock it in the face, not tell her sorry. House party, invite everybody. Champagne pop, y'all swallow money. The blue cheese will get from Cali. So a diesel enough for everybody. We're Balenciaga, no one to Bali. My Puerto Rican girl, what the dolly. You know, so we're trending youth. Gucci Prada, when we Phoenix suit and figure. I say, yo, the 6 them cute. Well, reach out here, when we nasty. Yeah, iPhone 10 and a Panasonic. Girl, why you want tonic? Take out of the car, put up on the bonnet. Have it on her, have it on me. Then she bend down low, put she a polish. So she want the beaten, slavery abolish. Me and my ex them good, whenever malice. I've girl every state, every parish. I've couple bitches up weird to my palace. Fucking on my robe, I live in lavish. Touch everything till the tomorrow I'm vanish. Girl from Suriname and Paris. You know so we trending youth. Gucci Prada, when we Phoenix suit and the girl. I say yo, the 6 them cute. Well, reach out here, when we nasty. Yeah. Let me see the lighters up. Never wanna fuck it up. Let me see the lighters up. That's a spear and I'm a cup. Rather fuck me up. Yeah, I'm the feel that's all. Man, I love what you get. I'm a black out. No one going on the care. I'm a black out. Can't find this cheese. Love the girl them so much, and them love me back. Love the girl them so much. Now stop for them girl. Man, I do the right thing and I live large. AMG drive out like a ride. Them I watch the girl them pussy and I inform. And I saw the 6 work and I saw we advance. I want love shot. Love every girl, me no fuck man. J man a girl is up a top mansion. Every girl love the 6, me and the man's band. Yo, what up? Me full of gun of money, so me not fear go on. Batman.
What? Oh man, what's up, man? We live on the Fix Show. DTFradio.com. You know what it is, man. We are live on a Wednesday night, New York City. Prez, what's up, man?
Yeah, we here, man.
We are here. Epidemic, what's up, man?
What's going on?
You start a little late, you know, that's life. You understand what I'm saying? That's a good sweater, though.
Yeah,
that's a good
sweater. I like yours too, man.
Right,
Shit
man.
dope.
We got a good sweater, man. Big show today. Man. We got a big figure in entertainment.
Yes.
On the show today, man. Everybody who's locked in right now, you're gonna have to bear with us today because this interview is not an in-studio live interview. It's gonna be live on YouTube. So we had to do a little technical, revamp behind the scenes to make sure that y'all able to get this interview
right
live. You understand what I'm saying? But this guy that we have today, man, he's a great actor. He's done his thing on TV. He's done his thing on the big screen. He's even done his thing as a DJ through the pandemic. You understand what I'm saying? I've seen it. You feel me? So we got a dope guest, man. Huge. Epidemic, man. What's going on with you?
Chilling, just working. That's about it,
Right, slow motion, right? Because of
Yeah.
this vaccine shit, right? You gotta have a card and all that, right? Right.
Yeah.
Slow motion for us right now. You know what I'm saying? But don't forget, we got the Halloween party on Halloween, October 31st, Crisis Ball, the Fix Show, and Gigi's company. I didn't memorize what it was. Sorry, Gigi, but Gigi's company and the Fix Show presents Nightmare at Crisis. You understand what I'm saying? Hosted by Gigi and Prez. You know what I'm saying? We gotta throw Prez on the flyer. You know what I'm saying? Hosted by Prez.
Do you need the vac? You gotta get the card. You gotta have a card to come in.
You ain't got nothing?
I'm asking for the people.
You gotta have that. So I spoke to the owner today.
Okay.
Right? The law is you gotta have a card, right?
Right.
But the exception can be if you got tested 72 hours prior, or if you got a recent, negative result.
You got to bring that with you. You got to show that.
You got to have it on the email. Come on, everybody gets it on the email. Even I do when I get tested. You just got to have a little proof.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we can work with you. You know what I'm saying? We can work with you. You feel me? Yeah, I ain't gonna ask you a personal question on the air.
Y'all gonna have to work with me. You can ask me whatever. Y'all gonna have to work with me.
Right. We're gonna have to work with Prez. Prez gonna have to get there early. Prez gonna have to get in early and bring a bottle of Bel Air.
Y'all gonna have to work with me. You know what I'm saying? So
bottles on Prez. That's the only way he getting in.
Yo, listen.
Oh man. So yeah, that's the situation, man. Drewski on the set. You know what it is. The Movement Live, High 97. Heavy Hitters is in the building.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna be doing a Black Bottle Boy thing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be drenched up in Bel Air and Bamboo. You feel me? Definitely gonna bring out the Bel Air blue for the homie right here. We're gonna bring out the blue.
The blue gonna come out either way.
Blue come out, man. But yeah, man.
Right.
Right.
Skis too, man.
Right, man. So Halloween, man. You know what I'm saying? Get right now early bird tickets. Early bird tickets for Halloween, $15. We not breaking your pockets.
Right.
$15. Get your tickets right now.
Facts.
If you wait 2 more weeks, if you wait a week and a half more, price is going up, and we just gonna have to do what we do. There's a business. You understand what I'm saying?
Now,
right, raw epidemic.
Is this costume a costume based?
We gonna charge you if you don't come in with a costume. We gotta charge you because
So if you do
it's a
come in with
Halloween.
a costume, it's free.
No, it's cheaper price.
Cheaper price.
Yeah.
It's
Either
not
way,
just
you gotta
price.
pay.
I'm just letting the people know. I'm trying to get.
Either way, you gotta pay.
Obviously.
Either way, you gotta pay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But look, this weekend, whoever came to Crisis, we did a quick 1 hour, 2 hour, $5 ticket sale right or wrong. We went on. We changed the Eventbrite link, everything. Right, $5.
Right.
Nobody jumped on it. We trying.
Right.
We might lower the price again this Sunday at Crisis.
Lower than $5, you saying?
Lower than 15.
Oh.
We might do $10. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? You know, I don't know what's going on with Instagram. I'm shutting this Instagram stuff down, man. Instagram be wild. They talk about no audio. I ain't gonna keep going on to my Instagram. Let me just cut this off. Okay, we good. All right, we good.
Yeah.
So 5 minutes. Let's get into this studio right now. Let us go live. We're gonna go live. Man. You know what I'm saying? Epidemic, fix your camera. Okay, your camera's fixed. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, we are live now on all the YouTube pages, Facebook, Fix Show, DTF. We sent the links out. You know what I'm saying? So we just waiting right now. We got 4 minutes, man. You know what I'm saying? Our special guest of the night. We're going to say it, man. Flex Alexander.
Yes, sir.
He is going to be in the building in a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? So we here. You know what it is. We bringing y'all everything.
We told you we was going to up the antes, going into the new year. So, just since we've been doing, this is just another, legendary guest that we're gonna have, and just to let y'all know, we going into the top of the year, pretty heavy, man. So we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna continue to entertain, bring some more different type of interviews, different type of cultural. Because what's the Fix Show? Culture, arts, and music.
Yeah,
right. So we're gonna make sure we bring y'all some arts, some cultural, and more music. So shout out Flex Alexander, Shout out DTF Radio. We are live on all platforms: Facebook, Roku, TV, YouTube. Trey said, "Forget Instagram." He cut his Instagram off. He stopped going live. Mark Zuckerberg is playing. So, yeah. I tried to. By the way, I tried to send Trace. I was bugging out. I didn't even know Instagram and all that went down. I tried to send Trace. Me and Trace was talking in the middle of all that happening, and then all of a sudden I sent him we had just got off the phone, and I sent him a message, and he didn't respond to me. So I'm like, yo, like, all right, I know you kind of busy, so I'm gonna but we just got off the phone, so I'm like, all right.
Even WhatsApp was down.
But it was WhatsApp. That's what I'm saying. This is through WhatsApp.
Oh,
so we had just got off the phone. It's WhatsApp, but the checks never showed up. It was showing the little time thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, I restarted my phone. Nothing happened. I'm like, all right, whatever. I tried to send somebody else a message through WhatsApp. Same thing happened. I'm like, oh, all right.
Crazy.
So what's going on? You know, I happened to check my my Instagram, and I saw it wasn't refreshing. Restart my phone again. Restart my phone again. After that, I was like, oh, all right, something happening right now, whatever. I guess it's where I'm at, maybe the service, whatever. And next thing I know, I'm getting people hitting me up like, do you see Instagram is down? Do you see Instagram? Do you see Facebook is? I'm getting hot and message. I'm like, nah, I don't. I ain't know.
They all went down at the same time and all came back at the same exact time, and that's fishy. That's weird.
Why is that weird?
They're on different servers.
They don't run. They're not
on the same. They run by the same company, but they're on different servers.
So why is that still weird? Though I'm saying.
It's weird because that don't happen. Sure. It doesn't happen like that.
You don't think it's all still formed on one server? You don't think
technically, no. Like, it's not. That's not how it works.
No.
I worked with servers before.
I was gonna say I wouldn't know. Yeah, I'm actually.
So like, nah, it doesn't work because remember before Instagram went down, but there was still a Facebook and there was still a WhatsApp. How all of them go down simultaneously? Were they hacked? Nobody knows. They didn't even put out a notice that. Or said anything, or they didn't. So
and that was it.
Yeah, so something I don't know, man. That's weird because normally when something goes down, they always would put something out there. It wasn't even on their Twitter. Facebook has a Twitter. Instagram has a Twitter. Nothing was there. Nobody knew what was going on.
But Twitter didn't go down, right?
Nah, Twitter didn't go down
because Twitter's not.
Twitter's independent of Facebook and the subsidiaries. Yeah.
Right. So. I mean, I honestly, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how the servers and all that works. I would think that since they're all owned by or ran by the same really one umbrella company, it will all be on like I know they will have their own different, but it's all still on one.
Right. So we just waiting for Flex Alexander to come in. You know what it is. Prez, I think it's time for you to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there.
You know what I'm saying? Go outside. We ready. It's a little different today. Just bear with us. Bear with us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay. Oh, he's here. Oh, he is here. Flex, you can hear us? What's up, man? How you doing? Trying to get you up. Hold on 1 second.
How about now?
Yeah, you can hear us?
Yep.
Okay, so I was just telling our viewers and listeners that we had to do a little technical thing in the background to make sure everything was good. So the delay is probably like a second or two.
Okay.
I'ma just make sure that my co-host and my DJ could hear you and we could hear them. Prez, what's up, man? How you doing, Prez?
I'm all good, man. I'm all good. I can hear you well. We here. Flex, what's up? What's up? Yes. What up, Prez?
Okay,
hello.
Chime in.
Yo. What's going on?
Yeah, I can hear. What up, man?
Okay, so right now, let's give you the proper introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Fit Show DTF Radio for the first time ever, actor, comedian, DJ extraordinaire, Mr. Flex Alexander is in the building. What's up, y'all? Y'all know what it is, man. He's here. Oh, man. Flex, what's up, boy? How you doing?
Man, everything is good, man. Can't complain, brother. How y'all doing, man?
We good, man. We out here in New York, about to enjoy this cold weather. I know you in the West Coast enjoying that.
Yeah.
You got the golf.
Yeah.
You got the golf outfit.
No golf today. I just worked out today. That's it, man. But it started getting cold back there yet? I thought it was at least. What? I thought it was like, 70, you know what I mean? Somewhere around there. You ain't getting that?
Nah, not at night. Not that cold. Once that sun drop, it's over.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember them days. I'm from the boogie down, so I remember them days.
Dope. Real crazy. You forgot dancer, man. I looked up something. They said Flex was a dancer too, man.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm just saying,
yeah.
Done that in a long time, so I couldn't really, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's not current. I'm not a dancer now.
Right. That's why
that was many.
I didn't want to.
many years ago.
Right. I just didn't want to go out there and say it and make it a part of the big intro. And he looked at me crazy, like, man, I haven't.
But I mean that's part of the history, man. That's what opened the doors for me, man. That's what really opened me into the business. It's starting off dancing and choreographing for a lot of groups, and obviously Salt and Pepper for a long time, choreographing for them, and just getting that experience, and then that went on into stand up, and then on into into acting and everything. So dancing is always going to be part of my history, man. With the legendary, I was original Mop Top group member. My brother Stretch, Loose Leaf, Loose Joints, Henry, Ejo, rest in peace, Voodoo Ray. A bunch of us, man. We really set the tone for New York dancing and choreography across the world.
Right, man. We was going kind of like, we had a whole thing mapped out. We was going to ask you some questions. Press
cool.
Like, what happened with the dancing? You know what I'm saying? Nah, but
it's all right.
Oh man. One thing I gotta say, man. Flex Alexander, he's here, man. Like I said, I had to add DJ Extraordinaire at the end because, like I told our team here at the studio, you came out on Instagram during the pandemic, and almost I think before D Nice, or around the same time. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was before.
Yeah.
But you was doing your thing with your wife. Shout out to your wife, Shawnice. Big up to her. And you guys made an impact on social media as well too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think I gotta tip my hat off to you because I feel like you guys should have got more props for doing what y'all did. Y'all did it in the late night. I say late night because out here in the East Coast, y'all was up like 3, 4 in the morning, 2 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? But it was I actually started going online probably like in 2016. I was doing it every Thursday. I would do it once a week because I was new to it. I started learning. I had somebody teaching me around 2014, 2015, and I love music. My background is music. My background is dance. I was a b-boy, breakdancer, a popper. So it's in my system. So I would never disrespect the DJ profession. I have the utmost respect for it. Grandmaster Flash and Jazzy Jeff and all of those dudes, man. D Nice included. DJ Scratch. My brother DJ Basil. Like a lot of the legends and Epidemic. I've watched you, and I'll be watching from the back, Clue and all those cats, man. I mean, from New York, you got to be in tune with all of that, and I would go on once a week just to I was learning, and then obviously when the pandemic hit, we just jumped up, and I was like, yo, I'm just gonna go online because mentally, man, I was like, what is going on? What's gonna happen? And wifey, it wasn't even nothing planned. She just stepped behind me and started dancing, and that's what it became. She was my hype lady, and for me, it's never no competition or anything. D Nice is my brother.
He's sent many of his, Club Quarantine people over to us and vice versa. So it's been nothing but love, and I don't make it any more than that. I actually was on his live last month. I went to his crib and got in the back, and I was his hype dancer and stuff. So I think what has happened for him was amazing, and I think it has definitely changed the scope for DJs. And I think everyone has something that is for them. Like you not saying you couldn't, but it's like if you turn around and say, man, then I'm gonna hit the stage and do some comedy, or like Prez said, I'm gonna start dancing, or Epidemic said, I'm gonna go and be an actor. Everybody has what's for them, and I just believe that the universe had that for D-Nice, and that's what it is, man. I'm just happy to be a part of it. I was happy to be able to help people, because we got a lot of people that said, yo, that helped me get through. You know what I mean? Because shoot, man, when we would be on there 5-6 hours. We was going on 3 days a week and on the weekend, just going in, and that's when we connected, and it was every other day, 5-6 hours, literally finishing and being sore from dancing, bopping up and down, because I'm a little older, so.
Right, man. Now, for me, man, I tell you, man, I always tuned into you, man. Always, you always show love. We actually had a little interview on my page in the beginning of the pandemic, after I came out of being sick. You know what I'm saying? And
I remember.
It's crazy, because I will never forget it, man. I ain't even gonna lie, man. I got the video on my Instagram. I saved it. I couldn't even believe that you tuned into me when I DJ and when I used to do my thing, and the compliment you gave me after I came out the hospital, man. That took my, that took my spirit all the way up, man. So I appreciate you being cool with me. We met at Toka Tuesdays. We met at Toka Tuesdays.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Years ago. 2016, 2017.
I got to tell a quick story about that. So, God rest his soul, man, Voodoo.
Yeah.
So when I would come to New York, I would always hit up Voodoo, because he knew what was going on. And he was like, yo, man, Toka Tuesday, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. And I hit him. I was like, matter of fact, I was in New York, and I was like, yo, what's going on? He said, Toka Tuesday. I said, yo. I said, what? I said, they got a taco truck outside? Like, what? I was like, what is that? He was like, Toka Tuesday, not Taco Tuesday. and I told him, I said, my bad. I still got the text, man. I said, my bad, bro. I said, I had a couple of shots of Patron, so I was a little off.
Right. That's funny, man. But ever since we met then, man, you always been cool with me. We always been in touch, man.
Yes, sir.
You've been a real dude with me, man. So I definitely had to get you on this platform to shine light on you and everything that you've done for the people through this pandemic. I had to, man. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Let's talk a little bit about, because we got some time. So let's talk a little bit about your history in TV. Like you've accomplished a lot in your TV career. You're actually an award winner. You know what I'm saying? You've won a lot of awards for TV. Through BET and other companies you've won awards through. How was that life like, being on TV as opposed to doing an actual big screen movie that came out in the theaters?
I've won a few awards, but I've been nominated. I was nominated by NAACP. I never won with them, but to be nominated and recognized is dope. But when I got into TV, man, I got into television in 1991 with a show called the Uptown Comedy Club, which we shot right on 125th and 5th Avenue, right there in Harlem. And then my buddy got a show in 1992 called Where I Live. It was a comedian named Dougie Doug from Brooklyn.
Right.
And we were actually really close friends. We had the same management. They was like, hey, man, we're doing this showcase at City College, and these people are flying out from LA to see Doug, and we want to put all our people on. So they put everybody on. They saw me. They liked me, but I had to read for it. I had to prove that I could do it. So I got the material, read. They said, yo, we want to fly into LA. They brought me out to LA. I was only supposed to be here a couple of days. I ended up being here 2 weeks. and I literally was against hundreds of dudes. And now I'm in the room, and I'm seeing dudes that I see on TV. I'm seeing like dudes from the Cosby Show, and I'm like, yo, like I ain't got no chance. But I was like, I'm gonna go in there and give it everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm for the projects, and I'm gonna just give it everything. So I ended up getting the role, and that really started it right there, man. Just so I would fly back. Once I got that show, I would rehearse all week, shoot, fly out Friday night on the red eye, get to New York Saturday, go straight to 125th Street, rehearse, shoot all day Sunday, fly out Sunday night, back Monday, get a cab straight to Disney Studios to shoot where I live, which I could do because I was 22 years old, so it didn't bother me. But the as far as the juxtaposition to film is I love film. Film is you can take your time a little more. It's a little more intense. But the great thing about television is, that's a check every week. So if you get a show picked up, say for 22 episodes, that's how it used to be. And say you make it $75,000 an episode, you times that by 22, that's lovely. And unless you're in the upper echelon of film, and you're not in the millions, you make some thousands, which is cool. You can make, anywhere from 50,000 up, just depends on the film. If it's an independent film, depending on your credits, or how agent or your attorneys, how hard they fight for you.
Right.
It just depends. I love both, but TV I love because TV is a little more security because you're working. But both mediums I think are great, and with now all the mediums we have out there, all the platforms, all the streaming, and all of the major networks now getting into streaming, realizing that, major networks are great, but we're leading to a streaming future. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Peacock, Paramount Plus.
Right.
They have all of these places that you can get content. Right. And no matter what you in, whether it's you DJing, whether it's you acting, whether it's whatever, content is king. Right. And if you can build that content, and you got a place to take it, that's what you need.
Right. Now going into your, you mentioned, the streaming companies, Hulu, Netflix, and all that. It's a two-part question, actually. So you weren't on just, one TV show. You were also part of the Parkers. You made like a guest appearance on the Parkers, right?
Oh, yeah.
You made a couple of guest appearances in other shows. How did the second part to, well, I guess this is just one question. The first question is, how did you feel, and were you involved in the negotiations with one-on-one going to Netflix, or did you just know, like somebody told you, or you knew about it? Like what happened with that situation?
Well, as far as the guest appearances, I had already pitched one-on-one, hired a showrunner, so we were already developed. I created the show, even though, like, when you see the credits, it's created by Unetta T. Boone, who was the guy rest her soul. She passed away last year, but she was an accredited show writer. I hadn't written any shows, and I hadn't at that time. I didn't know about registering your idea, so I didn't know about that. So she wrote it, and the Guild recognized that. But I created the show, and I came up with the show, and it was originally at ABC, and then we ended up there. But doing the guest spots was my idea. I also played Darnell on Girlfriends. I played one of the husbands on Girlfriends because I spoke to the head of the network. I said, hey, until we get closer to shooting my joint, let me just get on some things so I can get my face back out there and let people, because people hadn't really seen me since I did Homeboys in Outer Space, and then I did a 1 hour drama with Jim Belushi on Channel 7. So I said, let me get back out there. So I said, okay, cool. Called over there. It's like, all right, you're going to do Girlfriends. The Parkers jumped on there. So I was just making those lateral moves so that people could see my face again. And then when the show hit, it was like, oh, boom, now it's on the show. So that part for that. Now, the second part with Netflix, no, I didn't have anything to do with it going to Netflix. It was as a movement called Strong Black Lead. And they went hard for shows like mine and even Girlfriends and the Parkers and all of those shows to get a rebirth on Netflix. And it was so powerful. We got a whole new audience. Like I got a younger audience and people that hadn't seen the show, you know, tuning in. And then now the people who came up with the show got to watch it again. And it's still killing on Netflix. And we're in talks now for a reboot. So I'm just, you know, staying focused on that.
Right.
And hoping that goes well. You know, once we finalize and we get there, I'll let you know. But we're at least in talks for it because it's time. People have been asking for a long time. Every time, no matter on all my social media, everybody's like, "Yo, what's up with that reboot? Yo, we hated the way that ended. Yo, come on, man! Like that remix show, that was terrible." And so, you know, we're gonna correct all that. You know, if we get the opportunity.
Nice.
I want to say real quick, congratulations on that, first of all. And second of all, I mean, I grew up watching all of those shows. Me and my sisters, we would go, and I got sisters. I grew up with girls, so I watched the Moesha's, I watched the Girlfriends. I want to say, so we first saw you, of course, I think I made your appearance, and I first saw you was on Girlfriends. And then the Parkers and the other little appearances. And again, you did exactly what you said for us as at that time. You made your appearances in those spaces, and then when you came up with your own show, it did what it did. Like we was like, I was excited. Me and my sisters were, you know, at that time. But you went in with your name with Flex Alexander. So was that part of? Was somebody pitched for that role when you wrote it, or when you came with the idea, or were you saying I'm going in as myself? Yeah, that was me the whole time. I was going to be me. Obviously, we used, you know, Washington. We changed a few things, and Dwayne, my best friend Kelly Perrine on the show, was named after my brother that passed away. We had Reagan Preston Gomez, who played my sister, which is my sister Bernadette, and Marcus Houston when he came on before we did the spinoff, The Cuts. He played Kevin. Kevin is my older brother. So I always had, you know, something in there with my family. And then I was able to get my cousin on the show. He had to audition. He played Big Ace on the show. And he actually was in a rap group back in the day called Trends and Culture, a song called Off and On and Valley the Skins. And, you know, he was down with that whole native tongue and all them cats. So I was able to reach back and go, okay, hey, man, I got this going. Come in but I just had to explain to cats, I can't give you nothing. You got to come in here. You got to earn it. Right? Yeah, you got to work for it. Yeah. Yeah. One more thing, Flex is obviously, now that I think about it, when you say you came, because I was wondering, like, okay, so your name is Mark, so where did you get to play? But then you say that you was a dancer, a b-boy. Does that stem from that? Exactly. It came from being flexible and loose. My boy Stretch, Buddha Stretch, he's the one who gave me my name. We were trying to figure out a name. Like it's coming up with all kind of weirdness. I was like, yeah, Sandman. I could pull sand out my pocket, put it on the floor and slide. And he was just like, yo, you be doing like, then he said, just Flex. I was like, yeah, I like that. And actually for a while, I just went by Flex. And then I added Alexander, and you know, I said, and there's been times I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna drop that and just, you know, go and use my regular name. And my wife is like, what are you doing? People know that. And my agent's like, what are you doing? Just leave it. I'm like, yeah, but you know, you'd be 70 years old, like, ladies and gentlemen, starring Flex at 70. I'm like, so yeah, man, it stuck, man. It was a name that stuck, and you know, I just used it. And I was the original Flex. No knock on Funkmaster, but I was Flex before anybody was Flex. I was Flex
just for the
87.
Record. I gotta say this just for the record. Wikipedia didn't say Flex. They said you were acrobatic.
No. You know, Wikipedia puts what they want. So I don't know. Yeah, but no, I wasn't acrobatic at all. I was just flexible in my moves, and I could do full splits and go, you know, all that stuff, man, all that stuff.
Now, talking about Wikipedia actually got you on there as a AAACP, NAACP award winner for 3 years in a row.
Nah,
they got that
I
on
was not-
Wikipedia.
I was nominated 3 years in a row.
They said you won.
I didn't win.
I'm gonna send you the screenshot. You want me to send you the screenshot?
I believe you. That's the danger about Wikipedia. People
Right.
go there for source info. It's not accurate. Like, because literally you can put in there what you want. I've never put anything in Wikipedia at all. And the only reason why even my real name is out there is because when I did Juice, I was originally up for the role of Q that Omar Epps got. It was down to myself and him, Khalil Kane for Raheem, and there was another kid that came in for Raheem. He was the one that was robbing the store that EP&D was in, the bar. He came in. It was like 8 of us left, two guys for each role. And we literally were auditioning for like 3 days, man. We were going in and out, back and forth. They were switching us up, getting chemistry. And I remember I knew when Tupac was different, who ended up being, one of my coolest friends, man. And I'm so mad because while he was in jail, we wrote each other. And when I moved, I lost the letters. But he was a cool dude, man. And when I realized he was different, this was the first project that I had ever went out as an actor for. They came to the Uptown Comedy Club and they saw me and they said, yo, hey, we got this little movie called Juice. We want you to come audition. So it was the first thing ever. So I got down to the wire. But when we were in the room, and it's the scene where Omar is at the school and he's opening his locker and he's blowing the dust off the books, and then he closes it and Bishop is right there. And then that scene, we did it. And then I'm like, yeah, you crazy. And he was like, yo, you know what? You're right. I am crazy. Something. And then he said, partner. And in the room, he smacks me on the ass like, partner. And I start laughing, you know what I mean? Because I'm not in character. Right. I'm thinking we out in the hall, like laughing and joking, but he was locked in. And that was part of who Bishop was. And that's when I realized, I said, that dude is different. And we went at it for 3 days. And then they took us to dinner, and then I ended up, not getting the role, but they liked me, and they said, yo, we got this little part for you as a DJ contestant with Queen Latifah. And I already knew La from, dancing and being in the business. And I remember she told me, she said, all right, don't you make me look stupid. I was like, all right, look, I'm going to give you the line, the funny line, right, and I'm going to sit back. Right. So that's where that came from when I was like, that view. She was like, you might have a chance. It wasn't so small. And I helped her with that. Right. But as small as that role was, it's memorable as heck, man. Like, people come up to me all the time. They be like, yo, your mix is whack. And I'm just like, yo, that's crazy, that little role. So that was my first thing in film was that.
So talking about that part, and I think I asked you this before on Instagram, but I want the viewers and everybody who's going to chime into this after we upload it, into YouTube and everything. Who do you think would have won in that DJ battle with you and Q if you would have battled Q?
I mean, I wasn't even DJing back then. I don't think he was either. I think that he learned how to put his hands on it, but I don't think either one of us was DJing. So he probably would have won because I wouldn't think about DJing at all at the time. Right, so right. I would not have been a good contestant at that
time. Right, man. Would you say that was one of your top accomplishments, doing that movie right there with such an all-star cast?
Not top, but I think it was definitely a great beginning for me. You know what I mean? Omar's still a great friend today, and we see each other. It's crazy now as grown men and having families and all that stuff. It's I'm just thankful that we're all still good friends, and I just it happened the way it was supposed to happen. But I'm thankful for that. I'm always appreciative, man. I've never been an ungrateful cat. Like I said, coming from where I come from. And I'm sure all of us on here can relate. Coming up in the NY, man, it ain't no easy cake, at all. Right. And to the fact that I made it to that point, I was just happy because I wasn't hustling no more like I was back in the day when I thought that was the way,
Right. Real quick, I want to open up the floor for our DJ Epidemic to ask you a question or two, if you don't mind. Epidemic, what's up, man?
I was waiting. I was like, yo, what's up?
No, he quiet. This is what he do all the time.
Epidemic is just quiet.
Man. He don't say much, man. He don't say much. Go ahead,
You gave me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I've actually been
I've
following
actually
you
been
since
following you since
one-on-one. My pops
My
actually
pops
told me
actually
who
told me who you were,
and from then it
from
was like,
then it was
oh, I
like,
gotta
oh, I
follow
gotta follow this guy.
because like
Because
you
like
said,
you
you
said, you
danced.
danced
When I was in
when
God
I was in
Dance
God
as
Dance
well.
as well.
I was always
I was
into
always
Beat
into
Street,
Beat Street,
all those
all
movies.
those movies,
Even
even
the Juice.
Juice.
So like
So
when it
like
came
when
down
it came
to it,
down
like
to it, like
from when I first
when I
seen
first
Juice
seen
and
Juice
the Battle
and the
with Q,
battle
that
with
was
Q,
my
that was
inspiration.
my
I
inspiration.
want to be in
I
the
want to
music
be in the
industry. I
music
want to be
industry.
a
I want to be a
DJ.
DJ.
Then from
Then from there,
it went
it
on to
went
like,
on to like, oh,
that's the same
that's
guy
the same guy that was on
Juice.
Juice.
And now he got
And
the
now he
TV
got the
show.
TV
Then I was
show.
like,
Then I was like,
then at
then
that point
at
in
that
time,
point in
that's when I
time,
said,
that's
all
when I
right, I
said,
want
all
to be
right,
a
I want to be a
creator. So
creator.
now
So
what I
now
do,
what I do, I
became a
became a
creator,
creator,
and I like to edit,
shoot
video,
video,
and now
and now get my hands on to create.
I've got credits with
producers
from the
from the
reggae
reggae
world,
world, Diplo.
So it's like
So it's
that
like
came
that
from
came
just the
from just the
inspiration of
inspiration of seeing you on TV
and seeing
and seeing more of my family members.
Lower the volume on your phone, I think. Go ahead.
All right.
That's dope. That's dope, man. That's dope. Yeah, keep creating, man. Keep doing that, man. That's what we know. That's what we're supposed to do, man. And you know, I feel honored that if I was an inspiration in any way to that, I'm honored for that because guess what? There were people who inspired me. You know, there were a lot of people who inspired me. I got to sit up and watch, and even when I see them today. I've been able to work with some legends. I got to work with, Danny Glover, James Earl Jones, Gary Coleman, all these people, Bernadette Stannis, I got to meet her. All these people I don't take lightly because they broke the door down for us. Those were the people who weren't getting paid what they should have been getting paid back then. Those are the people who had to fight through just all the stuff that we don't have to go through now. I mean, we still fight, but it's better than it was. So I'm thankful if I was an inspiration but those people inspired me, and I got a chance to be around people like Martin Lawrence. I got to open for him. I got to watch Chris Rock early on. Dave Chappelle, I used to run with him hard in New York. We used to hit the Boston Comedy Club, Comedy Cellar, Uptown Comedy Club, everywhere. I got to really learn. I got to talk to people like Will Smith and people that really drop jewels and stuff that I took, I held, and then I tried to pass on. Now it's just depending on who wants to listen because this generation is a little different because they know it all. Even with my son, I be trying to tell him stuff. He's like, "Yo, yeah, okay, Dad, no, but I'm gonna do this right here." And I'm like, "Okay, all right, okay, good. Do what you do." But as parents, you gotta let them fall on their face and just be there, to help them.
Right. Back in the day, we used to get the shit smacked out of us when we did that. Right.
Oh, listen, man. Let me tell you. Back in the day, it was child abuse. They would call it child abuse today.
Right.
They don't know nothing about that extension cord at all.
That's a fact.
I know about that Nintendo. I know about that Nintendo controller cord.
Yeah. Or I used to have the racetrack back in the days. You pull off a piece of that racetrack. Knock you upside your head.
Right.
That's the switch outside.
Right.
Go get your own switch too. Go find one. Don't come back with no skinny one either.
Yes, sir.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
So Flex, moving on to your acting career, right? Because I kind of like I want to find out some stuff, and I'm pretty sure our viewers and fans of yours who are logged in right now want to know, like, what are some of the movies that you auditioned for that people would never know because you probably didn't get the part, but you auditioned for it? Like, are there any like movies that you went out for that you didn't get the part in?
I can remember a few. I think Love Jones. What was the other one? God dog it. What was it called? Something the brothers. It was with Shamar Moore, D.L. Hewley, Bill Bellamy. I forget who else.
The brothers.
That one. I didn't get that one. Gosh, I can't. And there wasn't a lot of them. It was a handful because around that time I was doing a lot of television, so I couldn't even get out. They wouldn't even let me out to do anything unless the project landed during my hiatus, which a lot of the times it didn't. And at that time, early on, I was still doing stand-up, so I would use that hiatus to do stand-up. Let me see, Blue Bloods, I was the actual original partner to Donnie Wahlberg. We shot the pilot, shot in Toronto and New York. And then I was excited. We were in New York shooting, and one of the producers like, hey, you can call the locations guy so he can help you get a place. And I was excited because I knew Blue Bloods. I'm like, yeah, that's my retirement right there. And they ended up, going with a different way and bringing in a female partner for him, Jennifer Esposito. They brought in a Latin chick and who had done great work. And, and I can understand, she's been in it for a while, but that ended up not panning out. And, that was the first time that I had shot a pilot and didn't stay on the cast. So that hit me hard. And it was at a time where I was in between. One-on-One had ended. Things were kind of slow, and I was trying to figure out the next move, and that came up. And I had to fight for that role because CBS, they were just like, he's a comedian, he's funny, we don't see him dramatically. And I literally went in there probably about 6 or 7 times. And that's back when you had to do your testing in front of the network and the studio. So I'm in this little room that's almost like a stadium seating. It's like 12, 14 people in there, and I just had to do my thing. And then even after that, they wanted one more time for me to go on the tape and do it again. And after I did it the last time, I got it. So that was probably, that affected me for a little while because I just was like, man, this would have been perfect. This is a perfect time to rebound. And that was right during when we had that collapse in 2008, 2009. So we had gone through a lot financially. I had a lot of property and, lost it all. And I tried to hold on to it, and I'm pulling out of savings, and I'm trying to hold on to it because I know real estate, you could pass that down. And I wanted wealth to be passed down to my kids. And it didn't work out that way. So that stung a little bit, but, I rebounded and just kept going. And then we ended up doing a reality show, which I didn't initially want to do, but my wife wanted to do it. But at that time I said, hey, well, we have a story. We have something to talk about now, which is what we went through, which a lot of entertainers and people in public eye wouldn't want to talk about it. I was like, yo, I'm gonna be real. Like, yo, it should get hard sometime. And yeah, you lose stuff. And we just like the everyday person. We just got a different job. And right. I'm not gonna front. And we had a lot of people in the industry, and never say names, who came up to me and was like, oh man, yo, oh my God, thanks for saying that, man. And I'm living with my mom again, or yo, I'm sleeping in my car. And I mean, big people that are out there now were hurting, and no one was talking about it. So we wanted to talk about it. My wife kind of initially regretted it because she was like, oh man, people know our business. I'm like, yo, so what? We got to let them know. But the response we got was so amazing. We had people, we talked to this couple, they were planning on committing suicide because things had gotten so bad, and they saw our show and they reached out to us. It was a husband and wife. They had it all planned. They were going to commit suicide together. And, we got to talk to them, and they saw our show, and they just said, yeah, if they can make it, if they could put it out there, then we can make it. So if it wasn't just for that, if it was just for that, the whole purpose, then I'm cool with it.
Right.
That's amazing.
Right. That is amazing, man. And it's unfortunate that we're part of this entertainment, this entertainment world where people can't tell the truth because they don't want to, mess up their reputation or have people look at them different. I think me and you had a conversation about the COVID thing, like when COVID hit, before COVID, like for me, I was booked 6 days a week as a DJ. No job, no 9 to 5. I was booked 6 days a week before the pandemic. Pandemic came out, I always told the same story, whether it was on a magazine or what. I lost all my gigs. Literally, I lost everything. And I wasn't the type to put anything, no Cash App up. You know, I wasn't asking nobody.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, a couple of real friends of mine was like, yo, Trace, you need some, holla at me. But, you know, us as men, you know, we not, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's super, super crazy, like you down to the wire, like you're not gonna take that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I definitely understand, man, and I appreciate you for being who you are, and your family for being who they are, man, and putting that out there for people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That you know, the pandemic, man, it really taught a lot of people, man, and it really made us get back to the basics. And now, you know, we outside, and everybody going back to what they used to do. Everybody going back to being fly, and everybody. You know, and I'm watching it. And I'm like, wow, did we not learn a lesson? And when that little shutdown happened the other day, didn't bother me one bit. I didn't even know it was shut down.
Me either. I was doing a golf gig actually.
I didn't even know it was shut down.
I was
at
in
all.
Jersey.
Yeah, I was like, oh, word. I was like, wow. And I put in my story. I was like, first I was like, oh man, it was a shutdown. I was like, man, I'm like, man, this book is amazing. Like I was reading, and then the second one I was like, man, it's shut down. Social media almost caused people to be real and humble again.
Right.
And
I would have loved that.
Yeah, it's a culture, man. It's a culture that it works for you. It's good, but I think it's really caused you know, a difference in people's their character and their attitude and
their actual status.
In the actual status,
right.
Yeah. And like I said, I knew people that was struggling, that was posting, they was balling when we were doing our show and talking about what we went through. And I'm like, yo, I just had a conversation with you. Why are you posting this?
Right.
It's not like that. But yeah, I see that, you know, some people that, you know, I connected with, and I really thought like I was connected during the pandemic. Oh, my brother. Oh, and then now it's, you know, can't get a response.
Right. It's crazy, man.
A text. I'm just like, wow. I'm like, really?
Right.
I'm like, okay. So I just focus on me, man, and what I'm doing. Right. You know, I got a couple of things in the works, man. Right now, I got two new shows.
Wait a second. That's what I was about to ask. Like we already spoke. We already spoke about your past. You know what I'm saying? You gave some insight on some things that we probably didn't know, or some of your fans didn't know. You know, now, like, what's new? What's new with Flex, man? What you working on?
I got a couple things cooking. I can't. I just say I got a couple.
We get one exclusive here. We always get exclusive. Can we get a little exclusive something?
Hey, the ink ain't dry yet, so I can't. I don't want to mess it up.
Right.
I don't want to mess it up. But as soon as the ink is dry,
we could get you back on here.
I promise you to be back on. Definitely. As soon as they get dry. And that's with everything. I have two other things outside of the reboot. You know, I'm working on. The reboot isn't done. We're talking, and it's progressing well. So I'm just hoping that continues to go well. Because, you know, we need it. The culture needs it. And these other two shows that I have are going to be, again, I like to do things that affect the culture, things that mean something. That's why One-on-One for me was important, you know, about a single dad, you know, of a teenage daughter. It was based off of one of my boys from Harlem. You know, he was a single dad at a young age. And we was like, yo, man, how you going to do that? We out here chasing. How you going to do that? How you going to have a good life? Not thinking, because we were young. So that's where that birthed from. So everything I do, I try to have an impact. So these other two shows that I got are going to be, they're going to be something else. So as soon as the ink dry, I'll let you know.
Well, if there's any parts that me and Epidemic could audition for DJ, let us know. We come out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, I gotta hear Epidemic. Got to talk more. He got to talk.
We've been trying to say this for like 5 years already.
Yo, Flex, real quick. Around the same time that you was out, there was a guy on BET, I believe it was, that was Flex on the Street. Did you get a lot of any type of cross miscommunication with that Flex also?
Flex on the Street? I never even saw that.
Oh, you never saw that show? Oh, you never watched it?
Never saw Flex.
I never heard of that either.
I never even heard of that.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Oh, I never heard of that.
I never heard of that.
right?
Yeah.
It was Flex.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's the name of the show, but it was something like Flex. He was like running around. He was on the street. He was on BT. He would interview people, would do a little stuff. He was like a little comedian too. But yeah.
I remember what you call it. My man. What was his name? He was doing pranks and skits and stuff before, and then Ashton Kutcher brought him on Punked. What's the brother name? Tall, slim brother. Oh my God, I forget his name, but he wasn't called Flex on the street though. He would do stuff like that. He like one time he just walked up into somebody's house and started cooking. It was hilarious. But that was on BET. But yeah, I don't remember Flex on the street. I don't remember that.
Right.
Yeah, I did.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I definitely have the Funk Master Fly had people reach out and think I'm Funk Master, and I'm like, no.
That's crazy.
And they're not gonna Flex. I've known Flex for forever, but I'm like, nah, I'm this Flex, the original Flex. The original Flex.
Right. Yo, but real quick, Epidemic and Prez. I actually got an exclusive. I'm gonna see if Flex gonna let me say this. You know what I'm saying? But Flex was actually supposed to be out here in New York, and I was gonna surprise people with him DJing at my spot. You know what I'm saying? Like that was supposed to happen. But the invitation's still there, Flex. Anytime you come into New York, we got spots all over the place. It don't even take not even but a word for you to say. You know what I'm saying? And
I still plan on doing that, man. Right. I just things popped up, and like I told you, my mom is fighting through COVID right now. She's doing well though. She's doing very well. We sending
prayers to you, man. We sending prayers.
Thank you, man. Yeah, she's doing well. So I'm getting her through that, and I'm supposed to be out there, but now I have to push back because I'm just quarantining. I mean, we're all fine. We're negative. We're fine. I got her quarantined off, in her room. But I just want to give people that 14 days and not be around. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely want to get you on the set, man. I think like I've heard you so many times through the pandemic, man, and I really think you're a great DJ, man.
Man, I appreciate that, man.
And that's so crazy.
Yeah, man. Your transitions, man. The music that you pick, just everything that you do on your live, man. I salute you, man. If people,
man.
Right, man. If there was awards for these things on Instagram through the pandemic, man, you would have got one of the highest awards, man. For real.
Man, I appreciate that, man. I enjoy it. Like I said, I mean, you ain't gonna get me spinning backwards and doing. I ain't gonna do all that, but I know how to put a vibe together. I know that.
I gotta say this for the DJ culture. I gotta say, there's a lot of celebrities out there that act like DJs and they really don't sound too good. But I will vouch for Flex. Flex has been tearing it down on the IG since the pandemic. Were you doing it before the pandemic?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I was doing it before, like 2015, 2016. And one of the early cats who was doing it then actually was Kid Capri. That's another cat that I look up to. That's my homie he literally used to
Red
live.
Alert.
Red Alert.
Red Alert was streaming before anybody.
Yeah, and Kid he lived right around the corner from my grandmother, man, off of Kingsbridge Road in the Bronx. So big, much love to Kid Capri and salute to him. Those cats, those are all inspirations, and I'll never ever claim myself to be at their level, man. I just love to do what I do, and that's it, man. Those dudes I've been looking up to for years, man. I go back. I got to see Grandmaster Flash in the park. I used to be in the park when they, plugging up the power to the light pole to have power, and the cardboard was out there, and I'm out there, boom, doing my joint. You know what I'm saying? And all them cats, Charlie Chase, and all them cats.
I'm with you. I was about to say his name. Like I actually opened up for Charlie Chase, Cold Crush at Thought Tuesdays with Tony Touch. I did that.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. What about that? I can't forget Tony Touch, man. Tony Touch, Louis Vega, all them cats, man.
Grand Wizard opened up for him at Thought Tuesdays, doing all that, man. Oh man, like you just can't. You got to leave that right there. You can't even touch it.
Yeah,
leave it alone. You did it. It's on the resume. That's that.
Yeah.
Man. But I ain't
No doubt.
I ain't gonna lie, man. If there was a versus, I would like you to go up against Shaq. Flex versus Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who's gonna win this, man, for real. Shaq be on the 1 and 2s too sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw that a couple of times, man. I saw he did a couple of big clubs in Vegas, and they would talk about one time his equipment went out or something happened.
Right.
I don't know, but I don't do playlists, man.
Right.
I don't do pre-recorded playlists. Not saying that he does.
Right.
But
No, I seen you play. I seen you rock out. I mean, unless you want to go up against Paris Hilton.
And listen, and I know about her. Her whole playlist is already done. Her whole set. It's like, and somebody does it, and she just hits play and be back there like,
wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I know in the beginning. I don't know about now, but I know in the beginning, and she was getting like she was getting like 250, yo. Oh my god,
more than 50 grand, man. Oh, what? 1 hour set?
Crazy.
Oh, man.
It's crazy.
It's so crazy to hear Trace talk about you so highly in the DJ world, and for you to even talk about how far your DJ, goes back. Because again, and I apologize for not being up to date, but I just know so much of the soul planes, and I know so much of the TV, and I know so much of the history of the TV that I'm a fan of that for so much growing up on it. Because I hold things like that valuable. Even telling my nieces and nephews, they don't watch TV anymore. Like, they don't cut the TV on YouTube. They on these phones, and I'm like, we had our favorite shows. We could list only shows that we had and we loved, and to hear Trace big you up in this world, I feel like you got the best of both worlds, man, and that's amazing. Salute to you.
I tell you, man.
To your career in both aspects.
Listen,
I appreciate
man, I tell you, man, Flex is one of the guys that I've met through my DJ career that's never acted Hollywood with me. I remember we had a drink at Toca Tuesdays. We took a picture. And from that day, we've been cool. You know what I'm saying? On the IG response to whatever. You know what I'm saying? He shows love. Never been Hollywood with me, man. Ever. Never been Hollywood with me ever, man. You know what I'm saying? Always showing love. So I salute you on that too, man, because it takes a different type of person with different characteristics to be like that, who is from this industry. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in this industry ain't like you, man. So I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate, everything, man, for real.
Oh, no doubt, man. I still got a picture. I think that night, so EPMD was there that night. And Chuck Chill Out, I think, was DJing too. There was a couple of DJs on that night. So I remember they had that little back patio out there.
Cielo. It was at Cielo.
Yeah, Cielo. That's right, Cielo. Yeah, man.
I got it wrong the first time. We thought it was something else, but it was Cielo.
We did. It was Cielo.
Yeah.
It was Cielo. But yeah, man, like I said, and Friday, for prayers, if you chilling Epidemic, I'm 7:30 on Friday. I'm gonna hit Twitch and my ID. I stream both because IG be tripping now. So I keep my Twitch on it. It's the same Flex A for real. So
send me the link. Send me the link. Okay. Whatever we could do to support whatever it is you're doing, we'll support you,
DJ
man.
Flex now. I'm just letting you know. I was unaware. I was still on the one Flex. I'm up to date on the DJ Flex now.
Appreciate it, man. I'm gonna send that link.
Right, man. But I know you're dealing with some personal stuff. I don't want to take too much of your time. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule and your busy personal life to be on this show, man. Thank you so much. I gotta send you a pair of Ewings. You know what I'm saying? I gotta send you a pair of Ewings.
I'm waiting.
Right. I gotta send you a pair of, and I gotta send you a case of Bel Air. I'm part of Bel Air now. I gotta send something for you and wifey. You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
But when I'm in the West Coast, I tell you, the minute I touch the West Coast, I'm gonna hit you up, man. I'm gonna be like, I'm out here, man.
See, you're gonna see the old man party. I'll be in the house. I'm gonna be like, hey, can we meet for brunch?
Unless you got the grill on. I don't mind if the grill is on.
I'll be in bed at 9:00.
Oh man. Yo, salute to you again. Say hi to wifey. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
Salute to you. Real quick, if you could tell people where they could find you on social media, just in case they don't follow you now. Please give out your social media handles. Man.
Social media is Flex A for real. That's Flex A Fo, F-O-R-E-L, like say Fo Real. That's on TikTok, that's on Instagram, and that's on Twitch, on Facebook. I'm Flex Alexander. Got 2 pages on there. I got a blue check one and then a public figure, whatever one. And I think that's all I'm on. Am I on anything else? No, I can't keep up with all that stuff. So I try to keep it. I try to keep it simple, man. I be struggling enough just to post stuff. So
right.
yeah. Right. And like I said, Friday is normally we do Saturday Soul every Saturday. But this Saturday, I'm gonna be watching that fight. So Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. So I'm gonna go on Friday at 7:30. You know, we're gonna do a salute to nothing but the ladies. Nothing but the ladies.
Send that link. Please.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna send that to you, definitely. I'll send that to you. Trace, I'll send it to you. Just send it to everybody, man. And I'm always open for suggestion. Hey, Flex, you know, try this or do this. I'm not one of them dudes like, yo, I got it. I'm still learning, and I take everything like a sponge. And like I said, I appreciate everything. So all that.
Right, man. Salute to you. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in to the Fix Show, DTFradio.com. Don't forget, we are celebrating our 6-year anniversary this month on this station. You know what I'm saying? And real quick before we leave, Flex, I got to tell you, you are part of this long list of dope guests we've had this year who held us down on the Fix Show.
Thank you.
Donnell Jones, Pete Rock, Adina Howard. We done had so many big guests on the show. You are part of that alumni. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody who's been tuned in. 6-year anniversary, October 21st is going down. You know what it is. Salute to everybody who tuned in on Facebook, on YouTube. Shout out to DTF Radio. We are out of here. Yo, Flex, salute to you, man.
Salute.
Yeah, DTFradio.com. Prez, Epidemic, Trace, we out of here.
Hey, let me just want to hear Epidemic say peace.
Right, man. Yo,
there we
Flex,
go.
We out, man.
Peace, yo.
Right.